Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us in the world today. Thank you for joining us for the weekly webinar with vFairs. Feel free, first of all, to pop in the chat today where you are all joining us from in the world. My name's Danica. I work on the sales team and I'm based in London. And with us today is my colleague Katie, and she's also in the UK in Wales. So both of us will be running the webinar today with vFairs. So thank you again for joining us. I will just welcome you in, let you know a bit about what's going on. And then Katie will be demoing our virtual side of the platform today. So she'll be running over all the features and benefits of the virtual side of our vFairs offerings. At any point, feel free to pop in your questions in the chat function today. My colleague Candice is also in the chat. She will be dropping in the link to booking a demo if you'd like to speak with us a bit further. But also, like I said, if you've got any questions, pop them in today and Katie will answer them for you. We will have a giveaway prize happening at the end of the webinar as well. So do feel free to hang around till the end and see whether you are the winner for that. And other than that, I will shoot you over to Katie. She will run over now the virtual side of the platform. And yeah, like I said, pop in where you're from today in the chat and any questions. And over to you, Katie.
Thank you, Danica. So yeah, welcome everybody. Nice to see you all, not physically, but virtually. Like Danica said, I am based in Wales in the UK. I'm a senior account executive and I've been with vFairs for about 3 years now. So what we're going to do is run through our virtual platform, go through all of the different rooms that we offer, and I'll try and cover as many features as I can in this time as well. Now, because we have been hosting virtual events for a very long time, we are one of the OGs, so we're over 8 years. We do have a very long list of features, lots of functionality, so we should tick all of the boxes for whatever type of event you're hosting, whatever your needs are. And it's also a very scalable platform as well. So you don't have to have all of the bells and whistles. To be honest, we probably won't be able to cover absolutely every feature in 30 minutes, but I'll just show you the kind of main areas, the main features and what's most popular with our clients at the moment. And if you guys do want to learn more about what we would recommend as features or, you know, use cases for your particular type of event, then feel free to reach out to us directly, and obviously we can have a one-to-one consultation with you for free where we can kind of show you how we can assist your specific event. So I'm just going to share my screen. And obviously I quickly mentioned there that we have been hosting virtual events for over 8 years. So with the experience that we've got, and we do have a vast team across the globe as well, we do have a lot more features and a lot more support than most people and experience. So that does make us the #1 virtual event platform. If you're not familiar with us, we are also actually the #1 event management platform. So we don't just do virtual events, we also have a mobile app. We do ticketing, registration, badge printing, lead capture for in-person events as well. So should have all your event needs under one roof with us. But today we're focusing on the virtual event platform for which we are #1. Lots of reasons that make us #1 that I've touched on already. But the #1 kind of area, as you can see here, is the quality of support. So with vFairs, unlike a lot of our competitors, as soon as you sign up, you're actually given a dedicated project manager to work with you. So each week you'll have meetings with your project manager in which we will help you build your perfect platform for your event. Now, vFairs is a very self-serve platform. So if you are the type of client that wants to get your hands dirty, you want to build it yourself, absolutely no problem at all. You'll still have your project manager in the background to assist you, give you training, etc. for the full duration. And also live day support is included. However, most of our clients prefer to have that white glove service. It is included with no extra cost. So If you opt to go in that direction, in your weekly meetings, your project manager will basically be building the platform for you, but it is completely up to you guys, you know, what it looks like, what functionality you have, and ultimately the look and feel you want to have for your attendees. So this is the kind of event setup process that we'd go through. So typically, we would give you a landing page and a registration form. We then build you a virtual environment, so a virtual venue to host your event. And then finally, we put in the content. Now, like I mentioned earlier, it is a very scalable platform. So you can have it 3D, 2D, you can have all the bells and whistles, you can keep it very simple and straightforward, almost like just like a live streaming platform if you wanted to. And you don't have to use us for everything. So if you've maybe already got your website or you've already got your registration form, that's no problem at all. We can just take it over from after that step. So most people do make use of the landing page. So we will build this for you. It is completely up to you guys, obviously, what branding you want to put on here. It's also up to you what sort of information you want to provide. So I think a video always goes down quite well. Obviously, if you've got sponsors, then this is definitely a great place to put the different levels of sponsors or the different packages that you've got. Maybe your speakers and your agenda, if you want to. Now, when you are working with us, and you're having those weekly meetings, we will advise you and we'll show you lots of examples as well, just to kind of make sure you're not missing anything and you have thought about everything that's out there. When it comes to doing the registration side of things, we can do payment integration, so tickets for you. We can also do CRM integration, and the whole registration process is completely customizable. So on this one, for example, you select which ticket you want, and then you can also put in discount codes. You've got a registration form. We can change the order of which these appear and also the kind of look and feel of them as well. But ultimately, most things on our platform are customizable, so you can have them exactly how you envision in your head. If anybody has any specific questions around registration, please drop them in the chat and Danica, let me know if anything comes up. When your attendees register, we actually have an email system on our back end, which is built in, which means you can do your email marketing through our system. So you can invite people to register, remind people to register, and also you can send them a custom confirmation email. So we do have lots of templates which are there at your disposal to use. You can also customize them or make your own, but usually these are kind of the standard types of emails that we see our clients use. So a confirmation email with your event branding, all the information you want, and maybe some reminder emails on the lead up to the event. Now, once we've done your landing page, we've done your registration form, your attendees, they've got their details, their confirmation emails, we move on to building your virtual venue. Now, we will give you a brochure, which is full of designs that you can use for no extra cost. So there's lots of different rooms available. You've got lobbies, you've got exhibition halls, you've got exterior views, auditoriums, lounges, lots of different options here. The ones that are on the screen right now are very 3D designs, which is probably what we were kind of originally known for, having like a 3D, like virtual venue effectively. However, we are seeing an increase in popularity for our 2D designs as well. So we can accommodate for both styles. There's templates for both styles as well. And you can even mix and match. So if you maybe want a 3D lobby, but then you want the rest of the platform to be 2D, that is completely up to you. Okay. Now, for some of our clients, they want to go that extra mile maybe, or make the event even more unique and special. And for that occasion, we can provide custom designs, just like this one here. So with your custom designs, we can pretty much build whatever you want. So if you want it to look like it's underwater or it's up in space, we can do that for you. The most common custom design we see, however, is somebody's exact building or venue. So you can give us a photo of a venue you might usually use, or maybe your head office if this is going to be an internal event or a recruitment event, and we'll build that for you. And the room we're looking at right now is what we call an exterior view. So it's just a nice visual entrance for your attendees. So this is what they'll first see when they enter the platform. And when they click to enter, it takes them in. It's like a nice animated entrance to take your attendees into what we call the lobby. So just going back to the 2D design, this is the 2D version of the lobby. The lobby is basically your kind of central point for your attendees where they can kind of navigate into the different areas that you've got on offer. So we do usually recommend you have a welcome video like these guys here. This client used a green screen to film it, but most people, you know, they use their phones, cameras, laptops, and it'll pop up in a little box. But a welcome video is a really great idea because it welcomes everybody to your event. It's also a great opportunity to run through what's going to be happening at your event, what's the purpose, get everybody excited, maybe say thank you to some sponsors or remind people of what's going on in different areas, or even give a quick tutorial as well. If this is something brand new for your attendees, you might just want to kind of hold their hands and spell it out for them. Now, we do have lots of different lobby designs, lots of different designs for all rooms, which I won't go through them all with you because it'll probably take up the rest of the webinar. But if anybody does want a copy of this brochure, please let us know in the chat and we can send over the designs. Also, this is being recorded. So if you go onto our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see lots of other webinars that we've done as well, which goes through this again with you. Now then, every lobby will have a help desk, and this is where our team are on your live day. So the support with vFairs really is second to none. It's included as standard. There's no hidden costs or secret charges at the end. And although you've got your project manager, you know, helping you for the full duration of the build, they're also there with you on the live day to give you support, but also give your attendees support. So if anybody has any questions, they can pop it to the help desk and speak directly to us. Another feature I'd like to mention here is announcements. So just like you have a tannoy system at your in-person venue, we have announcements in the virtual platform to point out where the attendees are supposed to be. So at 9 o'clock, you might say, you know, the opening talk is about to start. Click here to join, and it'll take everybody straight to that session. I better pause, Danica. I don't know if we've got any questions as of yet, but I thought I'd better check.
Yeah, we got two, Katie. So one is going back to the registration. So if we do not need registration, can we sort of bypass the registration part and can we just go straight to purchasing the platform?
You can indeed, yeah. So if you've already got your landing page, you've already got your registration form set up, that's absolutely fine. We can either look at doing an integration or we can do a manual import, whichever you guys prefer.
Amazing, thank you. And the other question was with regards to the pop-up as you enter the lobby area. Can the welcome video be ran by a sponsor specifically, or does it need to be a video of the event organizer themselves?
Great question and good idea as well. So the welcome video is completely, number one, it's optional. And number two, it's up to you guys who does it and what you want to say in it. So most people have themselves, the event organizers welcoming people in, but it could be a good opportunity for you to kind of upsell or monetize your event a little bit more and give that opportunity to a sponsor instead. Perfect. So I'm going to go into the rooms for us now. So we're going from the lobby. As you can see in the lobby, you do have little clickable rooms on the sides here, but you'll always have this taskbar along the top where you'll see all of the different rooms available. So with the exhibition hall, lots of different designs. The most popular one I'd say is this one where it kind of scrolls from left to right. So you can have a little browse through all of the different booths. I think it just emulates a physical event even more. If you were going to have an event where maybe all of the exhibitors are going to expect the same exposure, then you might want to consider having a bird's eye view to keep them all on the same page, and you can obviously see everyone in one go. But if you are trying to monetize your event, putting them in this kind of scrolling version works really well because you can put them in whatever order you prefer. Now, all of these booths are also customizable. So it is up to you guys, the colors, the branding, the images that are on the booths. Most of the time, the exhibitor will build their own booth because people like to, be in control of all of that themselves. You've then got a bar, which is for external links. This can go to websites, social media. You've got a booth description, you've got videos, you've got documents. And if you are hosting a job fair, you can even have your job vacancies. If it's a trade show, you can have your products, okay? Attendees can view these videos and documents in the platform, but they can also add them to their virtual bag, which is a really nice feature. So at the end of the event, your attendees can actually select all of the documents and videos that they've gathered from your virtual event, and they can take them home with them. So they can email those to themselves. And obviously we can track all of this. So that's one of the main benefits of doing a virtual event. Pretty much anything that's clickable is trackable. So we can show you who registered versus who logged in, who visited each booth, who looked at each video, downloaded each document. Okay, so that's included as standard as well. In terms of the networking, we do have the opportunity for attendees to book meetings with exhibitors. We've got the opportunity for exhibitors to book meetings with attendees. You've got the opportunity to live chat, either have like a chat room for a specific booth, or you can have one-to-one conversations as well. And wherever you go in the platform, this chat widget is always available. It's very much like WhatsApp or kind of LinkedIn Messenger. So you can see everyone that's online. You can have one-to-one text-based chats, calls, video calls. You can share files, swap business cards, put notes in, color code them, and even refer people to maybe another colleague or another attendee. Now, I appreciate, there's a lot of features here that I'm going through. You don't have to have everything that we offer. You can pick and choose which ones are relevant to your event, and we can get rid of the rest. So we can scale it up and we can scale it back as much as you like. So you might not even need an exhibition hall. That's fine. You might just want the auditorium, and we can do that for you, no problem. Danica, any questions on the exhibition hall before I move on?
Yes, Katie, we have two more again. So first one, can our attendees pre-book a meeting with the exhibitor before the event?
Yes, and you've just reminded me of something else. So with the vFairs platform, obviously you've got your live days where you're pushing all of your attendees in, but we also have on-demand days. So we can open the platform before the live day to allow people to come in, have a look at the agenda, pre-book meetings if they want to as well. And we also give you on-demand time after the event, which means there's no crazy rush on the live day to try and see absolutely everything. Your attendees can come back a week later, 3 weeks later, revisit the platform and maybe rewatch some content, revisit the documents. And again, we can track both sides here. So the pre-event, during the event, and post-event.
Perfect, thank you. And the other question was, can the avatars be customized as well to specifically look like our employees?
Yes, they absolutely can. So pretty much everything can be customized, to be honest. If you just give us a photo of maybe your head of HR or your CEO, we can make them into their own avatar and have them customized on the booth. Perfect. So going into the auditorium then. So lots of different options here. Whichever designs you go for, they're always going to be customizable. So just because you're picking a template, we still use your branding, your colors, your logos throughout. Within the auditorium then, you can have titles of the sessions, photos of the speakers, bios of the speakers, descriptions of the sessions. And then you can do live, semi-live, or pre-recorded content. So the pre-recorded content will just be there to watch at any point during the day. That option is usually quite popular with job fairs or recruitment days because attendees tend to come in at different times. For conferences, most people go for semi-live or live. So a semi-live is basically a pre-recorded session that we release as if it is live. And a live session is obviously as it says on the tin. So with your live and semi-live, you'll have a start date, but you would also have a countdown timer of when this session is going to go live. And it's only when that timer runs out that your attendees can join. Okay, within those sessions, then you can have obviously the live stream, but you'd also have the opportunity for chat functionality, Q&A functionality, polling, and we can even do live translations as well for you. Okay. I'm going to go into a lounge for you next, which is the final kind of main room that we offer. There's nothing stopping you adding in rooms. So if you needed, 3 exhibition halls or 3 main stages, auditoriums, we can absolutely do that for you. The lounge is used in lots of different ways. Some people use it as a networking space, so they put links to different chat rooms. Or some people use it as a resources hub and they put all the documents and videos in here. I guess this really is down to you guys and what you're really trying to gain and what your goals are for your event. This event, for example, this was an internal kickoff day. So they've used their lounge as a kind of fun zone. They've got a photo booth, a leaderboard, and obviously some meditation going on. So it's very diverse and completely up to you what sort of content you want to put in the lounge. So I've been through the main rooms that are included. So you've got your exterior view, your lobby, your exhibition hall, your auditorium, your lounge. Like I said, you can pick and choose, number 1, which rooms you actually want to have, which ones you need. Number 2, which designs you want to have from them. And then number 3, what sort of features and functionality you want to have in each of those rooms. Before we finish, I just want to show you some of our kind of added extras, which really do take your event to the next level. And we're always adding new features to make your events better and better each year, because most of our clients, they'll host an event one year and then the next year they are looking to kind of make it even better than it was before. So there's always going to be extras and add-ons that you can add in to make it bigger and better. So this is a really popular feature at the moment. You've got roundtable networking. Some people use this as kind of meet the speakers, meet the sponsors. Other people use it for their breakouts. So you can have as many tables as you like. You can have anywhere from 2 to 16 seats around each table. You can name them whatever you like, have whatever kind of description you want. And we can also reserve seats and even put the table on a timer if you want to. So this just allows people to click on a chair. And once they click on a chair, they're going to be on a split screen with everybody else that's around that table. So it's more like a meeting rather than a webinar that you'd have in your auditorium. Another feature that works really well is the smart matchmaking. This is particularly popular with any kind of job fairs or trade shows. So how it would effectively work is your attendees would come into here, they'd answer some questions, maybe, what are your interests, maybe what are your qualifications, and then we will smartly pair them up with somebody that's a good fit for them. And then they'll accept the call. They'll be on a timed video call with some prompts, if you want, down the bottom. And then at the end of the call, they'll also get the option to share their contact details, if it's been a successful call and they want to meet again afterwards. Few of my favorite features. So the scavenger hunt is basically like a treasure hunt. So you can hide objects or logos of your choice around the platform. We can even give your attendees clues as to where these objects or logos are hidden. So this is used to drive people into different rooms, making sure, your attendees are exploring, they're making use of the platform. And obviously it's a bit of fun for your attendees as well. So in this one, for example, we've got a hidden vFairs logo here, but you can get creative with it. We've had like a water, Save the Planet kind of conference where they made it into a litter pick and you had to go and collect the plastic bottles. And once you collected all the bottles, you won a voucher. So that's a really nice feature. My favorite, if I'm honest, is probably the leaderboard. So with the leaderboard, you give your attendees points for doing things that you want them to do. So anytime they watch a live session or they speak to a sponsor or they download a document, they'll get points. You will decide what points they get, so how many points they get and what they have to do to get those points. So that's completely customizable. You'll then have a live leaderboard so you can see who's winning throughout the day. And it's up to you kind of what prizes you want to give away to these attendees, maybe the top 10, top 5. Usually we try and suggest you rope in your sponsors, if you've got sponsors, to give prizes away for this gamification, just because it's more kind of exposure for them, and obviously it helps you guys in terms of the costings of things. And finally, the photo booth. Really, really nice feature. We use this a lot internally. Really great for internal events in particular. So your attendees can take a selfie. It can be a GIF or a boomerang as well. And you'll have a custom frame around it. So we can put your event branding around the outside, and then that then gets saved to the photo gallery, which is really nice for you guys to use on your social media post-event, and also helps when you come around to year 2 and you're hosting your second one. So those are just a few of my kind of favorite add-ons that we've got. Like I said, there are lots and lots of others. If you have any kind of specific features in mind, just ask us. The chances are we've probably got it. We just haven't had time to kind of cover it right now. And the final thing I wanted to mention, I did touch on it briefly, the reporting. So like I said, pretty much everything that's clickable is trackable. You'll have access and training on the back end, so you can see your own reports and generate your own reports. However, your project manager is there to do all of that for you, and we'll even put them into nice little PDFs for you as well, so you can see, you know, the details and the reports of each session, each booth, and each even document or video within the platform. So I ran through quite a lot there in quite a short space of time. I don't know if there's any more questions from anybody.
Again, Katie, 2 quick ones left in the chat. So one would be, do you have different types of events being held virtually, or is it mainly just conferences or job fairs? What other use cases are there?
Perfect. So to be honest, if you name a use case, we will have hosted hundreds of them probably. So conferences, trade shows, job fairs, internal events, career fairs, just webinars sometimes. So if you just wanted our auditorium, you don't even need a lobby. You can just do that as well if you wanted to. You can even have like applicant days. We work with a lot of universities on open days, freshers fairs, things like that. Or even kind of B2B meetings where you're bringing on your buyers and your sellers and things like that. So yeah, kind of all use cases available, and we'll obviously tailor the platform to suit your use case and your needs.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And one last one for the day is, can the photo booth frame, so the frame around the photo booth area, be used as a sponsor opportunity?
Yes, it can. So with the frame around the photo booth, it is completely customizable. So if you wanted it to be your branding or your sponsor's branding or both, that is absolutely fine. It makes no difference to us. It's down to you guys and how you kind of want to push your sponsors, I guess.
Great. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you for answering them, and thank you for the questions in the chat. And again, thank you for everybody joining us today. Hopefully that's answered quite a lot of your questions about how the virtual platform works with vFairs. Katie has obviously flown over it. We can go in a lot more depth and specific areas if you want to go in a bit more depth about it, no problem at all. I have popped in the chat the link to book in a demo. So feel free to click on the link to book in a demo, and we can focus on one specific area. On the virtual side, as Katie mentioned, we do have a lot of other offerings as well for in-person events and hybrid events too. So obviously booking a demo, feel free to connect with myself and Katie on LinkedIn, and also we can book in a demo that way with you. And Katie did mention earlier on, this has been recorded and will be available on our YouTube channel. So feel free to go back and rewatch or share the video with any of your connections. And we also have these happen every Wednesday. So feel free to join us as well next week for our next webinar. Also, Candice has been in the chat and she will reach out to the winner of our giveaway today. So the giveaway will be $200 off your first event with vFairs. So look out for your inbox and Candice will reach out to the winner of this week's prize. And thank you again for Katie. Thank you for everyone for joining us. And we will see you next week for next week's webinar.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.